got a story I'd like to tell, but I'm gonna need some help to tell it well.
I got a story about Zoom and shelter, and it's got more boom from a Broadway belter. I wanna live, not just survive. I wanna tell my story live and live in color.
Something special's up tonight. Yes, I'm
Live and live in color.
Life ain't lived in black and white.
I got a tale of a great romancer, and it's got more moves than a go-go dancer. I got a story that's fast and slick, and it's got more taste than a peppermint stick. I don't have the time for the 9 to 5. I gotta tell my story live and live in color. And it's brought to you by me. Yes, it's live and live in color, made to fit in your TV.
What's in it?
Shoo-be-doo-up, up, up.
Don't trust
Shoo-be-doo-up, up, up.
Everybody knows it's clothes that make the
Clothes that make a man. Shoo-be-doo-up, up, up. Shoo-be-doo-up, up, up. Mix and match me, try to catch me if you can. Oh, I got a story that's strange but true. I got a story that's strange but true.
Come fly with me for a bird's eye view.
So come fly with me for a bird's eye view. I've got the world at my command. I've got the world at my command.
I'll be your one-man Disneyland.
And I'll be your one-man Disneyland. Don't wanna wait for the shots to arrive. I wanna tell my story live and live in color.
Tune me in and turn me on. Yes, I'm
Live and live in color.
Your eyes and I'll be gone.
Yes, I'm live and live in color. Live and live in color. Yes, I'm live and live in color. Blink your eyes, be gone.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to your graduation party. Coming a few weeks early, but for those of us who are watching the Advanced Acting Showcase, it's right on time. My name is Mr. Doug Santana. I'm the Director of Performing Arts. I've got my fantastic co-host all the way on the other side of the United States. Say hey to Joey
Yes.
Cole.
Hi guys! Oh my goodness, I cannot believe the difference in 3 years. You guys all look like aspiring young adults. I'm so excited to be here today. Thanks for having me.
That's right. These students who you met, Joey, when you were back as Mr. Dipple, as Miss Philena's maternity sub, when they were starting their fall semester of freshman year, they are about to find their way all the way across the graduation stage in just a few weeks. It's crazy.
That's so exciting. Yeah.
We've been laughing about it through all kinds of different memories, from so many of them being a part of our MIDI program all the way back to MIDI summer musical camps, which I'm sure we'll get into some of that today, to almost everybody being involved in a show their freshman year, everybody being involved by their sophomore year, and all 8 of these talented seniors being involved in our program in a variety of different ways over their performing arts careers at MIDI. But it all starts freshman year. Joey, how many people were in JC Superstar?
Sophia Fidgeman was in JC Superstar. She was one of the understudies. Let me see. Matthew Beamer was doing like 16 different roles in his first MIDI show, and I think his head was about to explode, but he did it so effortlessly. Mariana Kamara was in the ensemble of Jesus Christ Superstar. I think that's everyone. But here's the thing, is that even if you weren't in the show, if you auditioned freshman year, I remember your auditions. Like, I remember so many of your faces, whether it was at the auditions or whether it was around campus. So it's equally exciting to see you guys start this next chapter of your lives. I can't wait to see what's in store.
And how many folks were in Bullets Over Broadway, right? Yes, we have several here. Bella, who did you understudy?
I understudied Helen Sinclair, and for the rest of the shows, I was the same part as Olivia. So we had fun.
And who played Helen Sinclair?
Amelia Whitney, one of the
Oh.
most talented people I've ever met.
Hi.
Hi, you guys. Say hi to Amelia Whitney. Good morning, Amelia. Can you believe that these folks are graduating?
Not at all. It's so weird. This is like my last link to MIDI, but it's weird. But it's amazing. You guys have all done so well. I mean, what a circumstance, you know, and the ability to just push through. And I've seen some of your shows, your online shows, which have been amazing. But yeah, you guys should all just be so proud. Like, really. I mean, y'all have really made the most of it, so be proud of yourselves.
Well, thanks for dropping in this morning. And we're going to be saluting this senior class the whole rest of the morning. This is only the first of many fun things that we have planned. And thanks for kicking it off for us. We're going to break you up into pairs now and get to talk to you a little bit more individually and hear more about your MIDI journey and see some of those performances. So we're going to start with who are we starting with, Joey?
I believe we're starting with Mr. Milo and Miss Isabella Nicoletti.
That's right. What a fitting pair. So we'll be right back with them. All right, we're back with Milo Me and Bella Nicoletti, who it's fitting, I think, that we start with the two of you as a pair since you've been performing together for how long has it been?
Oh, I want to say over 10 years, probably at least.
Yeah, I'd say around there, yeah.
Yeah, that. We'll go with that.
Yeah, and where did you start performing together?
TNT, Children's
yes.
Musical Theater.
Yes, Children's Musical Theater, San Jose. Our first show was Rapunzel, and we were the witch and Simon, and we did a little tango dance.
Who was who?
Sorry, I had to clarify. I was the witch and Milo was Simon. You know, just a dynamic that really followed us throughout the rest of our performing arts years, I would say.
And is this where the famous dip began? I mean,
It is.
can you
it is.
explain
What
is
after every show, our parents have had us do a dip photo. So we have a whole compilation of that. I'm sure it will make an amazing slideshow.
What was your first show together here at MIDI, even including summer program? Do you remember?
What's Upon My Child?
Then it was Elf.
Yeah.
It was definitely Elf. Yes. And what did you play in Elf?
Jokey and Buddy.
Yes, I played Buddy the Elf. The tights will never leave me behind.
You know what? I mean, I think we're in luck because everybody who did not get to see that show, we just happen to have a clip and we're going to play it now.
Would you like to eat food?
Do I want to eat food?
You know.
Eat food? Are you asking me on a date?
Yes, that's it, right. A date.
Oh, no, you don't want to go out with me.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because I like you, and I feel good when I'm around you, and my tongue swells up.
Your tongue swells up?
Yes, it does, see?
But you both had huge impacts on last year's season. You know, Bella getting to perform the role of Donna in Mamma Mia. What was that experience like?
Yeah. Gosh, I would say Mamma Mia was just a huge part of my childhood, just like growing up listening to the songs and watching the movie. So it was hard to live up, I guess, to the expectations of what Donna's character is and how her emotions are just so clearly portrayed, but also clearly hidden because she's a very, guarded character. So I guess like having that dynamic and having that contrast of character was kind of hard to play, and like going between scenes where she was happy and she was like completely broken. Like it was just a lot of back and forth. But after a lot of rehearsals and some great coaching from Miss Flena, it was a perfect show and it was great. So yeah.
It was a great show and a perfect role for you. And Milo, we don't like to pick at the scab, right? But you also were cast in the perfect role for you in a show that just never got to see the stage in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. And what how was that process? One, getting to work on the show, and then two, just having to live through this moment that no one in MIDI, performing arts, has had to go through with. I mean, Bella was in the show too, getting to rehearse this show and not getting to see it across the finish line.
Yeah. Starting with the good stuff, I will say that was one of the most fun rehearsal processes I've ever had. And one of the most informative as far as my like knowledge of comedy. I'll say, because I started out going my classical style of just being very big, very rambunctious, and Mr. Santana, he taught me the art of pulling back and letting the subtlety of what's funny, just letting the audience find what they're gonna laugh at. It's like the opposite of giving them a laugh track, like in Friends or something like that. Like, let it be there and let it be hilarious because it is, not because you're trying to make it funny. And I just was there with my friends, Quinn, Mondo, Luca, Danny. It was just an amazing cast, and I had some of my most fun memories there.
There's a lot of history behind Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, right? This production was going to be awesome. And it was following on the heels of one of the most iconic MIDI shows that we've had here, at MIDI. And Freddie Benson was played in the 2010 production by fellow CCM grad, Joey Dipple, and Mr. Matt Hill, who's here with us this morning. Matt from Boise, Idaho. How are you? Well, you're here with Milo, me, and Bella.
Milo, me.
Yeah, so I think that we're both of you in A Christmas Carol under Matt Hill at CMT. Yes.
It's quite
so
possible.
A blast from the past. It comes full circle from Christmas Carol back to this moment. Matt, any words of wisdom for these two graduating seniors?
Oh my gosh. Words of wisdom. Be grateful right now in this moment. That I know everyone wants to feel that way all the time, but this is a really beautiful moment for you guys. Like, I have thought of you often throughout this pandemic, and I thought of myself in my senior year, and I would have quit. I would have quit. I would have left. Doug was not enough for me, so I don't know. No, it's a really hard time for everybody, but senior year, are you joking? So I don't know what is going through your head. I cannot imagine how many struggles and cry fests you've experienced, but just pack it all in, be grateful, and move forward knowing that you've done the hardest thing that you'll have to do, hopefully, for a very long time.
Matt, thanks for coming this morning. We love you. Thanks.
Of course. Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, now's our chance to see some performances from Bella and Milo, and we hope you enjoy.
I thought I'd seen it all. I thought I knew the score. But coming here, I found a world I've never seen before. Now I know where I belong. A life of taste and class, with culture and sophistication pouring out my ass. Oh! What do I want? I want this. Oh! I want this. I want this. I thought I had a real gift, that penny anti-grift, but Freddy's getting ready now to give his life a lift. I'm tired of being a chump. I wanna be like Trump. 200 pounds of caviar in one gigantic lump. Give me great big stuff. This is how I gotta live. Great big stuff. No alternative. Great big stuff. I want my silver spoon. Don't need it right now, but I better get it soon. Ow! Oh. I want a mansion with a moat, around which I will float with some vast bottom babies in my glass bottom boat. A house in the Bahamas, paisley silk pajamas, lunch with the Obamas, dinner with the Dalai Lama. Give me great big stuff, I really do deserve it. Great big stuff with servers who will serve it. Great big stuff, don't give a damn what it's for. Every day's my birthday, every night is my bar mitzvah. Oh! Mazel tov! Mwah! Oh, give me a home where the centerfolds roam. Elon Musk is on the phone, he's got a party going on. And Hef will have me over to play some naked twister. Blotto in the grotto with a playmate and her sister. Great big stuff, rap stars that love me. Great big stuff, get me a posse-ite. Great big stuff, chillin' in the city, sitting pretty in the caddy with P. Daddy or P. Diddy or whatever. I'll change my name too. I'll get my hatchback all pimped out. The islands in the winter, the Hamptons in the summer. The fashion plate I date'll get me humming in my Hummer. The cash to keep me idle, the chicks that keep me vital, the pills to keep me happy, even when I'm suicidal. Great big stuff, nothing crass or crappy. Great big stuff that'll make me very happy. Great big stuff coming on and make it snappy. I'm gonna get some really classy shit. Oh, like a mink tracksuit. My own personal Zamboni. Lots of unnecessary surgery. I can finally afford to get a third dose. Pfizer. Ah! I just want someone to love me. For my money. Yeah! Oh, 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 yeah!
I don't want to talk about the things we've gone through, though it's hurting me. Now it's history. I've played all my cards, and that's what you've done too. Nothing more to say, no more ace to play. The winner takes it all, the loser standing small beside her victory. That's her destiny. I was in your arms, thinking I belonged there. I figured it made sense, building me a fence, building me a home, thinking I'd be strong there. But I was a fool, playing by the rules. The gods may throw the dice, their minds as cold as ice, and someone way down here loses someone dear. The winner takes it all, the loser standing small beside her victory. That's her destiny. But tell me, does she kiss like I used to kiss you? Does it feel the same when she calls your name? Somewhere deep inside, you must know I miss you. But what can I say? rules must be obeyed. The judges will decide, the likes of me abide. Spectators of the show, always staying low. The game is on again, a lover or a friend, a big thing or a small, the winner takes it all. I don't want to talk, 'cause it makes me feel sad, and I understand. You've come to shake my hand. I apologize if it makes you feel bad, seeing me so tense. No self-confidence. But you see, the winner takes it all. The winner takes it all. The game is on again. A lover or a friend, a big thing or a small, the winner takes it all. The winner takes it all.
Well, look what we have here. Zuri and Olivia. Who would have thought that the two of you would be paired together here in our advanced acting showcase? I know that you two ladies are good friends, and can you kind of kick this off? Like, when did this start? Like, when did the Zuri chef, as we call Olivia lovingly for her last name being Cookman, when did this kick off here?
It wasn't until like Cinderella that we really like started getting like closer, I feel like.
Yeah, and we were kind of friends, and then we went to go see a movie together and got out and decided to audition for sketch together, and then the rest is history.
And the rest is history. And you both made sketch at the end of your sophomore years and have been an important part of Pardon My French for the last 2 years, right? That's a good story. What was the movie?
Us.
I think it was Us, or I was gonna Get Out. Yeah.
Us. All right.
Just
Okay.
a random
Really,
story.
Nothing brings people together more like Us.
Right?
Yeah.
And sources tell me that you guys got to play the most fun roles in Mamma Mia, which are the best friends, the bridesmaids, Allie and Lisa. So how was that for your friendship?
Oh yeah, I think that just solidified it so much because
I remember when we found out about it, we were at like a speech and debate event, and then like I was like sitting over here, and then Olivia ran up to me and she was like, "I literally sprinted over here to tell you this. Like, we got Allie and Lisa." I was like, "Stop! Are you lying?" She was like, "No, we did," and we just like hugged and like cheered and like jumped up and down. So I feel like ever since then, it's just really just like solidified that friendship.
That's awesome. Well, I think this is exactly the point where we're gonna watch a clip. Let's watch a clip of Olivia and Zuri in Mamma Mia.
Allie and Lisa, where have you been? I thought you'd get here hours ago. Guess who left her ticket on the kitchen table? We said we have to get on this plane. It's our best friend's wedding tomorrow. We made such a fuss, but you weren't getting married without your bridesmaid. We're funny, sweet, and hot. We've got everything you got. It's Allie, Lisa, Sophie. Yeah, we deserve a trophy. It's Allie and Lisa and Sophie.
Joey, you know a little bit about being in Mamma Mia, right?
Yeah, I was actually in the regional premiere of Mamma Mia when it, when the licensing rights went out over in Long Island, over here in New York. And it's a really fun show. It's a party the whole time. It was one of the most fun shows I ever got to do because it was there was never a dramatic moment. I just had to come on in my swimsuit and just, party with the rest of the cast and with the audience. So it's a really fun show. I'm so glad that Mitty got to do it.
When I think of, we've worked together on a lot of different things, but, I do come back to sketch comedy as being, one of I'm going inside out here, core memories of spending time with both of you as performers What are some of your favorite memories, you know, in class, on stage, working on sketch, some of your favorite people that you've worked with in that class? Hard to pick, I know.
I was just gonna say Midoriya. Me,
Yes.
you, Midoriya would always.
I was gonna say that too.
Oh my god!
Oh, what do you know? The queen of MIDI comedy, Midoriya Suresh! Yes! Good morning, Midoriya!
How are you?
We're good. Can you believe that these ladies are about to graduate?
No, I can't. But also I can.
Midoriya, when you think of Zuri and Olivia, like what comes to your mind with these two talented ladies?
First off, Zuri, I'm always impressed by your work ethic and your passion, like your drive to improve and to like work on like whatever you're working on, whether it's like speech or like acting or like working on an audition. Like you always have such like this internal drive to do it, which is super hard to come by, and like just your passion shines through in everything that you do. And then so Olivia, I'm always blown away by like your well-roundedness, like your ability to excel at like everything that you do, and also your ability to connect with others, whether it's off stage or on stage. And like in Curious and in Mamma Mia, and even on like the show on Zoom that I got to see, like you're able to connect with people like no matter what the platform is.
We echo all of those sentiments, Midoriya. Thanks for joining us this morning. Everyone, please enjoy some performances from Olivia and Zuri.
I'm not freaking out, I'm really okay. I'm totally chill, or I will be someday. 'Cause I'm so near the top, but there's so many mountains to climb. There are plans to be planned, drills to be drilled, 'cause this dream that I've dreamed is becoming fulfilled. And I plan to enjoy it, but right now I don't have the time. Fading on Campbell, an average teenager, almost grown. Close up on average, grades from the average life she's known. Now zoom in the lens on the rest of her friends as she stays alone, doing the work, getting it right. 'Cause I know we'll have to be practically perfect. So I'll go above and beyond and pull through. This I can do. All that I'm asking is one perfect moment in time. I'm 17, there are so many things that I can't control. If I start to freak or feel weak, I'll focus on just one goal. Turn down the panic, attack this routine like it owns my soul. Turn up the music so loud that it swallows us whole. And then there we are, we burn like a star. We're safe inside the world we know. Then suddenly I'm in prep for the climb, and here I go, high in the air. There is a moment just before you start to fall. Live in that one perfect moment in time. Huey, Huey, Huey. Will you please come out from under there and come over here and play with me? You stupid cat. You peed on my favorite skirt and I didn't even get mad. I don't even want you, Huey. I don't. My mother made me pick you up when she got her new couch. I never wanted you. I don't want a cat. Oh, I do want a cat, but I want a different cat, Huey. I want a cat that'll play with me and sit on my lap. That's your job, Huey. I want a cat that'll take me out for picnics by the river and dinner at fancy restaurants, and he'll pay for me at the movies and hold the door and let me in. I want a cat that's tall and handsome with big hands and black hair and a black leather jacket who looks like Robert Mitchum but talks like Marlon Brando and who will walk through that door and make my mom have a fatal heart attack. That is the kind of cat that I want, Huey. But you don't really do anything like that, do you, Huey? Huey, if you are shitting under there or something, I will kill you. Mom, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I know that I said that before. It's just... I get so exhausted. I get so exhausted trying to figure out if what I'm feeling, if what I'm feeling is because I'm grieving, if it's because I'm like bereaved, or if it's something I would have felt anyway. If it's something I would have felt if Jesse hadn't. If Jesse hadn't died. And you know what, Mom? You know what, Mom? I did some stupid stuff today. And it wasn't subconscious. It wasn't unconscious. I didn't have rehearsal today, and Howard didn't have jazz band, and sometimes I want to make out with my boyfriend. Because I enjoy doing it, okay? I enjoy it. It isn't because I feel neglected. No one neglects me. No one ever neglects me. Everyone is always staring at me. When we have a breakdown or say something meaningful, I wish someone neglected me. I wish someone neglected me for 5 minutes. But I don't know. Maybe I did pick today because it's today. I don't know. Maybe I did.
Well, there have been some unintended benefits to being remote, doing distance learning. As a class, we got to work with some pretty incredible people this year. And as part of our senior showcase tonight, you're going to get to see some performances from some Broadway shows that these amazing artists were associated with. We started with Alex Brightman coming in and working with us, the Tony-nominated star of School of Rock and Beetlejuice. we got to work with Eva Noblezada, right? Incredible actress who gave some acting coaching to some of you. And we also got to work with one of my favorite Broadway actresses and fellow CCM alum, Betsy Wolfe, right? Joey's a CCM alum, Betsy's a CCM alum. I mean, Bella, what was that like to sing for Betsy Wolfe?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love Betsy Wolfe. So that was just so I couldn't believe it. I just like it's such a like great opportunity to have being remote to be able to meet these amazing, you know, um why are they covering their mouths like that?
Do you see who's here, Bella?
Don't go on mute, Isabella.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody say good morning to Betsy Wolfe.
Surprise!
We just were reminiscing about all of the great workshops we got to do, sort of the unintended benefits of having remote learning, getting to have you and Alex Brightman and Eva Noblezada join us remotely. I mean, yeah, those two, you know, whoever they are, right? Yeah.
They're probably never working again.
No. Well, we have a fellow CCM grad
I
in the house
see.
here, right, with Joey Dipple.
I saw Joey Dipple. I was like, I know that name. I know Joey.
How are you doing?
I'm so good. I mean, I'm as good as any of us are. I'm now fully vaccinated, so I'm feeling like I'm ready to move in this summer to like the new, whatever the newly evolved world looks like post, hopefully everyone getting vaccinations. Hi. Do you want to
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, hi. So yes, Poppy's very excited to see you, Joey. Everyone's very excited.
Well, this has been a big surprise for the class, but we have a surprise that has just sort of happened accidentally here this morning. We have an alum who is a huge fan of Betsy's, who actually was supposed to arrive a little bit earlier in Zoom, but didn't make it. So she's in the waiting room. And when we let in our beloved Quinn Hazenkamp into this Zoom, and she sees Betsy, the reaction on her face, we all know what that's going to be. So, Quinny.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Good morning.
Hi,
How are
Quinn.
you?
Hey.
Do you see who's
Quinn,
here?
how do you say your last name? Say your last name.
Hassan, Hasten.
Quinn Hazenkamp. Hi, it's Betsy Wolfe. Hi. And my daughter who's screaming. Hi.
Oh my god.
What's going on, Quinn? I hear you're a big fan. Did they pay you to say that?
No.
Just kidding, I can tell.
Oh my gosh, I was not expecting this. I've known Bella for a very long time. She has been, oh, don't cry. She's been one of my best friends since we were like 10. And I've watched her grow up, and I'm just very, very proud of you. And oh, I'm just so proud of you and everything that you've done and everything that you've been able to accomplish.
So sweet. Oh my gosh. What do you love about me?
There's so much.
I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding.
We were talking earlier about, and I think we shared that we did Bullets Over Broadway here at MIDI, and several of these students were in the show, and Quinn just happened to play your role in Bullets Over Broadway. So, yeah, that's where, where it all started.
I swear I did not know that was happening. I finally found, don't ask for this because I can't give it to you, but do you see this Betsy Wolfe like printed watermarked music? This is my original copy of I found a new baby when my very first workshop, and I'm actually going to be singing it for the first time since the show. I'm doing a fun, like a Zoom concert type thing on Dream Stage in May. And so I am totally working on that music again. I'm very, very excited. I have to say this though, what you just said about Isabella and like the way that you talk about her and the affinity that you have and your relationships now, what I want to say to you as you go off and you go on to your own way is some of the most meaningful connections that I've ever had and still have to this day are friends of mine who I have made in high school and early college. Even in my professional career, when I go back, when I am in the dumps, when I am really in the weeds, when I'm really figuring things out, my connections with the people that I made at this precious, amazing age that you are at right now are the ones that I really have hung on to. And so I would just encourage you as you go forward, obviously you're going to make amazing new friends, but just if you have some of these amazing connections, foster them, nurture them, care for them, because as you get older, which we all will do, you will realize that those are really, really important soul, nurturing connections that you've made. So I love that. That just like made me so happy to hear, and that was awesome. So yeah.
Betsy, thanks for joining us today. Quinn, thanks for coming when you came, right? I mean, what a special moment, right? It really did work out. And as part of our showcase, we're going to perform some music from all 3 of the shows that we love to associate with our Broadway performers who came to class. So enjoy some music from Beetlejuice, Waitress, and Hadestown.
Yay! Oh my gosh, Waitress! I know that one.
Sugar, 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 sugar. My hands pluck the things I know that I'll need. I'll take the sugar and butter from the pantry. I add the flour to begin what I am hoping to start, and then it's down with the recipe and bake from the heart. Sugar, sugar, and butter, sugar, and flour. What's inside? Everyone wants to know what's inside. What's inside? More than words can say. What's inside? Simple question. So then what's inside? My whole life is in here. What's inside? In this kitchen baking. What's inside? What a mess I'm making. The day starts like the rest we've seen, another carbon copy of an old routine. Days keep coming, one out, one in, they keep coming.
And make that coffee strong enough to chew.
I don't know what I wish I had, but there's no time now for thinking things like that. We've got too much to do. Too much to do, all these same things. We're always opening up, letting the day in. Over a cup, we'll say hello. How you been? Looking around, seeing the same thing every day brings. Hello,
hello.
How you been?
How you been?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come again. Some things never change.
Some things never change.
I wouldn't call this place a happy inn, but I've been round the block and just came back again. A small town like ours ain't much, but sometimes home is where your ass ends up.
Order up.
Ordered up is how the day will find me. Everything in its place and timing. I like the way most of the days look exactly the same.
Order up.
Check the clock, tick tick tock.
Don't stop. Serve with a smile.
Hurry up, fill the coffee cup, and then in a while, take a breath when you need to be reminded. Days like these, we can only do the best we can till we do it again.
Come on, move it now.
Opening
Hello,
up.
how you
Letting
been?
again. Opening up. Some things never change. Hello, how you been? Thank you. Come again. Some things never change.
This is it, the day I've been waiting for, wishing, working, hoping and praying for the day my parents have been delaying for years. Woo! I'm gonna sell some cookies, it's not their fault. They're overprotective, I was born with arrhythmia. My heart is defective, only takes one shock. And I could be dead from the fear, still. I'm gonna sell some cookies, high by high, song by song. The Girl Scouts helped my heart grow strong. They had my back if anything went wrong with me. Jamboree, soda pop, distracted from the fact that my heart could stop. From tetralogy of Fallon in my pulmonary artery. When you're a Girl Scout, everything's gonna work out. Even if you're born with congenital heart disease and you could be killed by a roundhouse, you're a Girl Scout, and everything's gonna work out. I'm just gonna ring the bell of this creepy looking house.
Hello, little girl.
Yes, Hi, my name is Sky, and I'm here today to support the Girl Scouts by selling cookies. $4 a box, what'd you like? Really?
What flavors you got?
Well, I got chocolate, banana, and oat bran, pecan, Samoa's and Thin Mints, and one that tastes like apple pie.
Why don't you come inside?
All right, I'll come inside.
Do you hear that sound?
That beautiful sound.
That is the sound of clean white shorts turning brown. Torture and pain. We're breaking a brain. A sound that says, I will never sleep well again.
The sound of a scream is music to me. A sound that says 15 years full time therapy.
Trauma and fear, it sings in my ear. Ain't it the sweetest noise around? That beautiful sound. Panic and stress.
Panic and stress.
Oh, ain't it the best?
Ain't it the best?
The sound of a heart exploding inside a chest.
It fills you with pride.
We're ruining lives. Ain't it the sweetest noise in town? That beautiful sound. Yes, I hear that sound.
Yes, we hear
that beautiful sound.
Yes, we do too. It means no more condescending adults
Hanging around every groan, each wail and each moan adds up to Daddy's leaving.
Leave the hell alone. Hey, look at me.
We're looking at you, girl.
I'm finally free.
You're finally free, girl.
I was invisible.
She was invisible, but now they all see.
Out of my grave because of that
True symphony. Ain't it the sweetest noise around? That beautiful sound. That beautiful sound. That beautiful sound. That beautiful sound.
We're back with Mariana Kamara and Sophia Fitchman, two young ladies who've been involved in many different aspects of our program. We usually start by going down memory lane, but as we're filming this, you know, there's some time-sensitive things that are happening with special guests who are coming in and out. And we do have a very special guest who is coming in to join you here right now. It's our alumna, Barbara Kamara. Hi, Barbara. Can you believe your sister is graduating?
No, that's insane to me. I'm so proud of her for like even applying to colleges during this time. It's crazy to me that and to go to Irvine. Like, I'm so proud of you right now, Mariana.
Barbara, when a sibling graduates, especially a younger sibling, doesn't it sort of feel like it's like, I never signed off on this permission slip. Like, I didn't like okay this chapter happening.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And it like, obviously I'm not like her mom or dad, but it kind of feels that way just because we're so far apart. And to actually like get to see all of this 6 years later, like after I've gone through all of it. So it's exciting.
And thanks for joining us this morning, Barbara. I know you're off to I think as actresses do, you have a voice lesson.
Yep, on Zoom.
That's right. Well, thanks for coming. Congratulations to Mariana. And we look forward to seeing what's next for both of you. Both of you share a connection. You've been performing together for quite some time. I mean, Sophia, tell us about how long you and Mariana have been performing together and what sort of the history is, and what is the big performance that you did together a long time ago that I've heard about that I want to know more about.
We started performing together then in 5th grade, and then when we were in 8th grade, our school every year had this spring sing, and our 8th grade one was themed after Broadway because Mariana and I were in 8th grade, and our music teacher, I guess, really liked us, so she asked us what we wanted the theme to be, and we said, oh, can we do Broadway, a musical theater? So then we sang For Good together.
I do believe I have been changed for the better. Because I knew you. Because I knew you. I have been
You were involved in the virtual shows this year. Mariana, tell us a little bit about what it was like to be part of the Book of Will.
I was really surprised at how, I think, not easy, but like we were still able to connect to each other and like really carry a scene as if we were together in person, despite it being through a screen. And also I just loved being able to like watch other people performing when I was off stage. Like, I don't know, it was a big benefit. So
cool. Well, let's watch a clip of Mariana in the Book of Will. Here we go.
You gave up the stage you loved, the stage that made you and made you alive, to make the king's men great. And they are. You are. That's why you have to do this. That book is, it's you. Those plays are you at your best. You gave up what you loved once. I won't let you do it again.
And like we mentioned before, Sophia, you were in the production I directed at MIDI of Jesus Christ Superstar when you were a freshman. You came in and like Dynamite competed with the rest of the cast. And that included being an understudy to the role of AMHS. And do you want to talk a little bit about that, what it was like to understudy?
I didn't really know how the understudy thing was going to work, but then Michaela Lewis, like the love of my life, took me under her wing almost. And like, I remember I showed up to the first day of rehearsal and she already remembered me from having worked on Elf Jr. that summer. I didn't think anyone was going to know what I was doing in there. And she was like, I'm so excited to work with you. And I was like, oh God, I feel so much better now.
Let's watch a clip of JC Superstar, shall we?
He's in town right now to whip up some support.
A rabble-rousing mission that I think we must abort. He is dangerous. Superstar. He is dangerous.
Caiaphas
us. They're right outside our yard.
Quick, I have fuss. Go call the Roman guard.
No, wait!
You know, Sophia, I think for both you and Mariana, while you haven't been here in person, you've still been inspirational to a lot of our underclassmen with all of your hard work and all of your dedication. And I know for you, you've mentioned, people who've been inspirational and an important part of your MIDI journey, one being Michaela Lewis and another one being our friend Mia Apodaca.
Oh my
who's
God.
here to join us this morning.
The first day I met you was at tech rehearsals for Jesus Christ Superstar. And I remember turning to Allison Ogden when you went on stage for the understudy run and being like, who the heck is that? You can't tell me that's a freshman. What? So then, and then later you happened to be in concert choir. And since, theater kids stick together, we became very good friends. You have been a very, very special person as a part of my MIDI experience and also my life.
Yeah, it's so great to see you. Thanks for saluting these two talented ladies. And we're excited to share 2 solo performances with everyone. So please enjoy Mariana and Sophia.
Chi fu la zingarella, graziosa, corta e bella? Signori, eccola qua, signori, eccola qua. Le donne sul balcone, so ben indovinar. I giovani al cantone, so meglio stuzzicar. A vecchi innamorati, scavarfo le cervella, scavarfo le cervella, a vecchi innamorati. Chi vu la zingarella, chi vu la zingarella, signori eccola qua, signori eccola qua. Le donne sul balcone, so ben indovinar, i giovani al cantone, so meglio stuzzicar, a vecchi innamorati, a vecchi innamorati, scavarfo le cervella. Chi fu la zingarella, graziosa, corta e bella? Signori, eccola qua, signori, eccola qua, graziosa, corta e bella, graziosa, corta e bella. Signori, eccola qua, graziosa, corta e bella, graziosa, corta e bella. Signori, eccola qua, signori, 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 eccola qua, signori, 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 eccola qua, signori, eccola qua.
You're new, aren't you? I was new last year. I used to get homeschooled by my mom, but she got in trouble because she never got registered as a homeschool teacher or something, so now I go here. But I'm behind. I have to take some of my classes with freshmen. It's so embarrassing. I bet you're in advanced classes. You look advanced. I wish I were advanced, but I'm remedial. Remedial is worse than being advanced. So, have you found a church yet? So, you don't know about Jesus then? That he died for you, that he died for you to save you from sin. I get sinned against all the time at this school. Dee Dee Cummings pulled down my pants in gym class today, but I don't mind because I know that the things of this earth, they're not lasting. You think I'm a freak, don't you? I know it's kind of freaky to bring up Jesus when I've only just met you, but look at it this way. You could die tomorrow. you could die this afternoon. You know, a car wreck or a heart attack or something, and at least I would know that you didn't die not ever having heard of Jesus. And maybe, just maybe, because of this conversation, because I talked to you about Jesus, when those headlights are facing the passenger seat and you know you're about to meet your end, you'll remember Jesus and how much he loves you, and you'll ask him into your heart right then and there before you die, and then you won't have to face everlasting hell. There has to be punishment for people who sin and keep sinning. If there is an everlasting hell, then Hitler and Stalin and D.D. Cummings will never get punished for what they did. In 1971, my mother was alive. And today, she's gone. In 1971, I wasn't even around yet, but that's when she really was alive, I think. She had a gray streak at the front of her hair, premature gray. She had it for years until she finally got sick of the giggles and the stares, and she dyed it like the rest of them. I don't even remember, barely. I was so little. She used to tell us things, but I barely remember, and I can't even ask her again. I can't say, hey, Mom, tell me things I was never listening to. Tell me how to do things. Tell me how to bake sugar cookies so that they're soft in the middle. Tell me how to sweep my hair up so that it holds with just a pin. I don't have anybody to tell me that. I hate my dad. I'm sorry, but I hate him so much. How can he just keep going? I don't understand how he could just keep going. Is that what happens? You're young and you believe in things, and then you what? You get married, you have kids, you move into a Spanish stucco ocean view unit, and you forget? One day, you wear your white streak like a peacock's tail. And the next day, you're letting them paint it with bleach and toner and wrap it in tinfoil and sitting under a hairdryer to cook for an hour while you learn lip lining tips from a beauty magazine like everybody else. She's really kind of been gone for a long time. I don't want to be a dead girl. I want to be alive.
We're back with these two gentlemen, Matthew Squared, Matthew Beamer, Matthew Burrows. Congratulations, end of your senior year. Burrows, I mean, let's start. We're gonna start with you. Coming a little late to the party, right? Sophomore year, but you come jumping in head first, right? With being in Bright Star, in Cinderella. Tell us a little bit about where you started in the arts and where you're headed now.
When I got into high school, I had a path actually similar to Luca from last year. Kind of came in thinking that I was going to play soccer at Midi. Kind of that got tossed up, and I ended up switching up to the arts. And we've had some pretty notable alumni that have switched from sports to theater or have done both. And so, yeah, I came a little bit late to the party, but I'm glad I stayed. And so now I'm going to San Diego State, and I'm majoring in pre-business administration with a focus on entrepreneurship. But I am hoping to keep the arts as a part of my life.
Now, Lord Pinkleton, I want you to tell this to all. A pronouncement, an announcement. His Royal Highness Chris.
Oh, please don't say my full name.
Windermere,
so embarrassing.
Carl Alexander, Francois Reginald, that's a Lord Herman.
Herman?
Gregory James, he's giving up on.
Oh, Sebastian dancing, can we talk about this, please?
All right, going to the other Matthew B. Beamer, I cannot believe you're a senior. I remember casting you in Jesus Christ Superstar, and I was starting to explain all the things that, I would be required to be in the show. and you have that deer in the headlights look, and then by opening night you were calm, cool, and collected, and you knew everything. You were one of the most reliable actors in that cast. I was so happy to work with you.
For both of you, you were both looking at theater and you were both looking at other majors too, with Matthew Burrows business and with Matthew Beamer, we were looking at journalism, right? You know, there's so many important shows that we could reflect on here. For you, Matthew Beamer, you know, the virtual shows were great this year. And let's take a clip here. Let's watch one of your performances. Here we go.
Good Patty Quince, say what the play treats on.
Mary, our play is The Most Lamentable Comedy and Most Cruel Death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, Anna Mary. Oh, now, good Patty Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll.
Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready? Name what part I'm for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
Oh, that will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move stars. Now name the rest of the players.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Patty Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe, wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You can play it in a mask, and you shall speak as small as you will.
If I may hide my face, let me play Thisbe too. I will speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe! Thisbe! Pyramus lover dear, the Thisbe dear, and lady dear.
No. You must play Pyramus. Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Well, we love our MIDI history, and for these two gentlemen, we're going to bring in some friends here who I know have had a big impact for both of them. So let's please say hello first to someone who graduated in 2018, Mr. Jack Bloom. There's Jack Bloom, and then also a co-star in Bullets Over Broadway. There's Trent Lawson. Say hey, one of the dads from Mamma Mia. And we can't have one dad without all the dads. There's Luca. Here we go. Luca, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? What's up?
Can you believe that these two gentlemen, Matthew Squared here, are graduating? And when we think about their journey and their time here at MIDI, the three of you have been an important part of that. You know, Jack, you going back to being, playing the role in Bullets Over Broadway that Matthew understudied as a freshman. What do you remember about that experience and about working on that show and working with Matthew?
Oh, geez. Well, that was during my college audition time, which, was not fun, which I'm sure you've already experienced this year.
It's never fun, Jack. It's never.
I'm sure it isn't. But I remember I had to be away from Bullets Over Broadway a lot because I had a lot of college auditions. And Matthew was always so prepared when I got back. Like the notes, he would always take me through the days of rehearsal. Dude was always prepared. And I never felt like I had to be worried for like a run or something. He would like step in at so many different times when I needed it. And it was always just so helpful. And that preparedness, I knew that day, I was like, wow, okay, yeah. Someone to watch, telling you, someone to watch. And now like you're going to UCLA and that's a huge accomplishment. And I know you're going to do amazing there. Also, I'm in LA, so I'm showing you around, just letting you know.
The brothers Matthew.
The brothers Matthew.
Oh man, this is
the brothers be
surreal. It's like we were just with you guys, man.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the reason it's weird too is because this whole past year went so fast, so it feels like we just like performed together, This past year like didn't exist, so it's just like it's so weird that you guys are like graduating, you know, and we're gonna be sophomores in college. Like that's just like so weird.
Yeah. But it's crazy. I think I have a lot of like Mamma Mia choreo still in here.
Yeah.
So fresh. Like, man, I'll never forget running on stage with you in these tight, just sparkly outfits.
Yeah. that was a quick change to remember. That one was fun.
Like
quick change to remember.
Rushing back. No, that builds character. It builds character.
It really does.
But man, I just want to let you know how talented you are, man, and how special you are. Like going into, you know, performing arts with you, I didn't really know what to expect, but you know, doing the time I got to spend with you just like showed how ready you are for this, you know, and how much you care, you know, and how much you're dedicated to your craft and stuff. And it's really inspiring. You know, just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Honestly, like just to add to that, I do gotta head out. I'm on my break right now at work, but I just want to say to both the Matthews, because both y'all are here. You guys were honestly like little brothers to me, like in the performing arts department. I loved you like both very much. I loved our time together. You guys are both like incredibly talented, and I'm really glad you guys did Drama 3. I'm really glad you guys are like pursuing this because you should be. You know, I mean, you guys know my story. Like I like did not imagine doing this, but like, you know, here me and Trent are, right? So I think just keep it going, man. Like keep doing what you guys are doing. And yeah, I love you guys. Hopefully I'll see you guys sometime soon.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I want to thank all three of you for joining us, and we're gonna have some performances now from both the Matthews, and everybody please enjoy.
Don't want any millions, I'm getting my share. I've only got one suit, that's all I can wear. A bundle of money, don't make me feel gay. Hang on to your money and hear what I say. I'm sitting on top of the world, I'm rolling along, just strolling along. And I'm quitting the blues of the world, I'm singing a song, just singing a song. Glory, hallelujah, have you seen the papers? They say the weather is fine. If the sun is listening, get ready to shine. 'Cause I'm sitting on top of the world, I'm rolling along, just rolling along. I walk down the sidewalk, the people all smile. They see from my strutting, I'm living in style. I made it through rainstorms, they thundered in vain. I fought off the lightning and clobbered the rain. 'Cause I'm sitting on top of the world, I'm rolling along, just rolling along.
Hi, I'm Petey Fisk with the Greater Tuna Humane Society, and I'd like to ask you to take a moment to think about ducks. It's tough being a duck. Cartoons portray ducks to be genetic mutants with speech impediments. And now you may not know it, but we have a duck crisis right here in Tuna. I mean, ever since the government flooded Buckner Basin, our wild ducks have no nesting grounds left. We're up to our necks in homeless ducks. To remedy this situation, the Humane Society has published a pamphlet, Duck Trapping Without Trauma, and we are sending a copy to every home in the Tuna area. Now you bring your trapped ducks to me, Petey Fisk, and I will personally relocate them in unflooded areas. In addition, we receive a lot of flack at the Humane Society saying that we are insensitive to the needs of fish. Now, that's just not true. You know, we understand that when you take a fish out of the water with a hook in its mouth and you rip it through its jaw and you take a knife and you scrape its insides out, that fish feels that. Fish feels pain. They're just very subtle about expressing it. So join the growing number of Americans who prefer their fish in rivers and in streams and not on a plate with tater tots. This is Petey Fisk with the Greater Tuna Humane Society. Thank you. So the dean called me in. He said, your pugnacious father called this morning. Okay, so you're alive. Then he tilted his head to the side. Something he learned somewhere in the chapter on sympathy. He said, your father called to inform the college that he won't be paying your tuition for the next semester. Oh, did he? You know, I had an exam and I was up late studying and I was a little dodgy, but I started to get this thing where the dean's words don't exactly sync up with his mouth. The sound is like a quarter second behind. He says there's financial aid available. I tell him about your pension. He asks how much, I tell him how much. I understand, he says. And I mean, you can see him doing the math in his head and you can see him thinking like, who is this kid? Who let this kid in here? He said, we've had cases where a family was touched by calamity. Were we touched by calamity, Leo? Huh? I mean, is that what we were touched by? I told him no, things were fine. He said you concurred. And then he asked me how I would define fine, and I said that if I had a baseball bat, I'd bash his head in for him. I mean, I guess I didn't say that. He wished me good luck in my endeavors. He said that if my father had a change of heart, we could apply next year. I called him sir like it's 1954, and I walked out. You know, I still took that test. This afternoon, I just went and I took it like nothing happened.
Wow, Joey, we made it to another end of the year, and I got to say, as much fun as it's been to do these virtual performances with you, I hope it's the last one.
I hope so too. I think it will be. I think there's some light at the end of the tunnel. I can't wait to get everyone back in the theater again, for the theater, the industry, the arts to be back. I think it's going to be a really exciting time.
Well, we're so hopeful for having a more normal or a new normal performing arts experience for our students next year. We want to thank all the students in our performing arts department, our faculty, our staff, our crew, our musicians, our dancers, our actors, for keeping the arts alive at Archbishop Mitty. We want to share a finale that was voted on by our class as their favorite finale that they took place in here in our Archbishop Mitty main stage seasons. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Bananas from Bullets Over Broadway.
Come on, Helen!
Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today.
We've knishes, no joshing,
And blitzes for noshing.
chopped liver, that's chopped your way.
We've got some fine crepe block for selling, locks, dishes, belly.
But yes, we have no bananas.
We have no bananas today. Yes, we have no. Yes, we have no. Yes, we have no bananas today. Yes, we have no. Yes, we have no. Yes, we have no bananas today.
There's custard that's creamy, and lobster all steamy, and halibut that's been filleted, delicious orange crayfish flambé, the lovely brisket marinade, cheeses of the highest grade, potatoes baked, potatoes slashed, potatoes boiled, potatoes mashed,
we have no bananas today. And though the future seems gloomy, it's less gloomy to me when we say yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas